guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Keanna. I'm also known as the Art of FUNology, and I am a 4th grade math, science, and social studies teacher, and this will be like my first week in my classroom vlog, and it's going to be a little bit different because I am not actually teaching. I have a student teacher this week. Well, I have a student teacher this whole semester, but this week and next week are her 2 full weeks, so I'm really only like teaching math small groups and just kind of helping out around the classroom. So you would think I would have like so much more time to do all the things that I need to do, but it is 5:55 on a Monday afternoon, the rainiest Monday ever. And here's my to-do list with like nothing done. So I just need to show you guys like what my life looks like right now. So as you can see, things are like a hot mess right now. So clearly one of the things on my to-do list is to clean my table. Last year I was really good about like every day I would come in and I would make a to-do list for myself. I was also like extremely overwhelmed last year, but it helped coming in, like making a to-do list every day, tackling that to-do list throughout the day, and then like going home stress-free. This year I don't even like have my life together enough in the mornings to like take time to make a to-do list and then tackle the items on my to-do list, and I don't know why. Like I feel like I should have more time and I still don't. This year is just a different beast. I also wanted to plan how I do my small groups, so basically I'm sharing this with you. Sorry, I'm like so bouncing back and forth. I'm sharing this with you because you're not going to see any of these things today, but this is what I hope to share with you guys throughout the week, and hopefully I can accomplish those things. But I need to clean my teacher table. Like that should be a today thing, not a throughout the week thing, but here we are. I need to prepare my small group planner. I made like this template that I'm really excited to share with you guys, and I think I'm going to share it through my email list subscribers, so be sure to subscribe to that. I think the link's in the description of this video. I'll try to make sure that it is. I need to make like a crap load of anchor charts for the road to revolution in social studies, the battles of the American Revolution in social studies, multiplicative comparison in math, partial products for multiplication in math, and the area model for math. So I have a lot of anchor charts that need to be made. Once I plan for my small groups, I need to organize my small groups. I need to like take down my old door decorations that we had for back to school and put up my new one for Latin Heritage Month. I need to think of what I'm going to do. My country is Cuba. That's what we're representing. So just trying to get that ready for students. And then I need to like look up some historical figures, which I wrote down on my hand. Like that's how life's going. And you see it like it's almost washed off. That's supposed to be Celia Cruz, who's from Cuba. That's going to be our historical figure, I think. So, like I said, it is pretty late. I have not done like much of anything that I wanted to do, which is a bummer, but also life. And I need to get home because I date a fellow teacher, and we just work so much that like we can't keep committing all this time to school. So I need to get home. I said I was going to get home by 6:30, but I live so far away from school. It's going to be closer to like 6:45. And like cook and probably make some anchor charts at home. So I'll probably show you guys what I make from home, but let me show you just like a super quick view of like what I contributed to today. I'm not going to show you like my student teacher's lesson, but some things that I did today that I would like to share with you. Okay, so we are learning about Cuba. That is the country that we are representing for Hispanic Heritage Month. We're going to be learning about a lot of other historical figures, but this is the country that we're going to primarily focus on. I chose Cuba because I went to Cuba a few years ago, and just seeing these pictures brought back so many memories, and it was so cool to talk about the different like old cars and the colorful buildings and things like that. So I found this virtual field trip on Nearpod. Nearpod is so great for virtual field trips. And we didn't get to finish today, but my students were able to make some predictions and like draw what they think of when they think of Cuba, and then they got to explore this picture of the city and see like the classic looking buildings, the old cars. They really were obsessed with this little banana taxi and all sorts of things like that. So I love these virtual field trips and what they allow students to see that they wouldn't typically be able to interact with from the classroom. And then tomorrow we're going to be looking at this picture from Havana where the students can see that it's an island, it's close to the ocean, and yeah, like I've literally been in this exact area. That is just so crazy to think about. Like I've literally been standing right here. And we'll also explore this, and hopefully this will help us generate some ideas for our door decorating contest for Latin American Heritage Month. For Hispanic Heritage Month, I'm also reaching out to some of the families at the school to do like an interview about how they celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month at school, in their families or at home, and they're going to be sharing that on the school announcement. So I'm going to have my students interview some of either their parents or other adults from the community, and I'm really excited about that. That's like the first thing I've done to step my foot into like a school-wide thing. I was new last school year because of the pandemic. I really don't necessarily feel like I have a role at this school yet, and so this is like my first time doing something for the whole school, so that's kind of cool. And let me show you something else that I've started but definitely have not finished. All right, so our schedule is like incredibly limited. Please ignore the fact that like all my letters are falling off of your hired wall. And I don't have time in my schedule for things that I'm accustomed to, like doing read-alouds and just taking time out to learn about a new historical figure every day. So to get around that, I printed out these different, are they called pennants? I guess they're called pennants, of these different historical figures. And my students for morning work are going to be able to just come and grab a different historical figure based off of who they're interested in. You can see who I have. And they're going to research them. And so even though we're decorating our classroom door like Cuba, my work display out in the hallway will have these different figures and the information that my students will use or fill in about each of these figures. And this is a good way to like spread this information with the rest of the school so that other students can learn about these other historical figures. And for a few of them, I didn't know, like, it's just really hard to get good research engines for kids that won't give them too much information or inappropriate information, and PebbleGo can be kind of limiting, and Britannica Elementary can be a little bit limiting, but these are all people that can be found using Britannica, and these PG people are PebbleGo. So this should get us started, and if we need to be able to do a few more representatives or historical figures, then I can definitely find some more resources to do some research. As you guys saw, I'm just really behind, but I gotta get out of here. Before I leave, I do want to show you guys my outfit really quick. So I am wearing these, well, this is not good. I'm wearing these pom-pom earrings from Etsy. I do not remember the person who made these. Whoops. And I have my head wrap on because, guys, I could like not do my hair. Let me spin this up. I could not do my hair. It was like still wet, and it was a rainy day, like the ugliest, rainiest day ever. And yeah, this was just a lot more efficient for me, so I went with that. But I'm feeling very neutral and fall today. I have this like sweater tee, I think these are called, from Shein. It still has like the wrinkles from Shein. And this skirt from Shein as well. And I'm just wearing like my Crocs sandals, so you guys can see. So I'm feeling the fall vibes. If you missed my Shein haul, be sure to go back and check out that video so you can see all the fall looks I have for the classroom. But this is how I put it together. All right, I'm going to go ahead and head out of here. Don't know if I'm going to see you guys tonight or if I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, but I'll see you when I see you. I'll see you later. Peace. Guys, some days teaching is good and I have good days, but some days teaching is very hard, and today was one of those days. I just kind of feel defeated, like lost and defeated, and trying to remember my why to keep me going, and it's just very hard right now. So that's kind of how today went. Today was rough. I would love to share all the things, but I just can't today, because that's how today went. It is after 8 p.m. and I just made it home. I did stop at the grocery store on my way home and got 2 bottles of wine and 6 pints of ice cream. So that's how today went. I will see you guys tomorrow. Here's my skirt though. And with that, I bid you adieu. Hey guys! Wow, that sounded so like not enthusiastic or so fake. Hey guys, it is Thursday, September 23rd. I kind of like took 2 days off of vlogging this week because this week has been like the hardest. It's just so crazy that I thought last year was so hard, and I'm very much being taught like we'll show you. So yeah, I didn't have it in me. The last 2 days have honestly been some of the hardest, most trying, emotional, taxing, challenging. I think I said that already. Like heartbreaking, tear down days of my entire career. So that just explains how the last 2 days have gone. And that said, I have decided to take off quite a few days next week to take care of myself because yesterday I felt very broken, and today was a much better day. Today was a good day. I don't have any triggering emails, and like I had a little moment this morning and I didn't let it ruin my day. And I think it was just nice to, like, I am just so over it that like the stress of even having it taken care of and out of the way, or not even taken care of but just out of the way, just helped me try to have a good day with my kids. And that's just where we are. But if you know a teacher and you're not a teacher, hug that teacher. And if you are a teacher that's not having a bad year, I don't know if those teachers exist, hug your colleagues, because we could use it right about now. But that said, let me actually update you on how things are going. Alright, so I just told you guys that I decided to take off a lot of days next week to take care of myself, but in true teacher fashion, you cannot take care of yourself without having to do extra work. So now I have to make sure that everything is going to run smoothly while I'm away. I am pretty fortunate to have a student teacher this year, and this is probably unfortunate. This is just unfortunate timing that I'm going through such a hard time, but this is the middle of her 2 weeks of fully taking over the classroom. So with that said, she'll be primarily teaching, so that is nice. I don't really have to necessarily worry about the lessons, but I just want to also make sure that things are as seamless as possible for her, because there'll be a sub, but she'll be alone. So just making sure that resources are there, she understands how to teach the new content, because I won't be there to clarify things. So I still have a lot to prepare, and like I've just had so much communication with parents that I've just been so bogged down and overwhelmed. So my table is still like a hot mess, even though I kind of cleared it off the other day, and I have another conference tomorrow. So I want to just make sure the classroom is clean for her, for the substitute, and just try to get as many grades in as possible, just doing all the things. So it's been pretty flippin' busy. I had such good intentions at the start of this week. I just knew I was going to share how I plan my small groups with you guys, my math small groups, but really I just don't have it. Like, it's going to have to happen on my mental health days. But what I did find is the book wrangler. It's Hispanic Heritage Month, which I talked to you guys about a little bit more like Monday, but the book wrangler has these awesome free posters and like an awesome free website that has so many amazing resources. So he has these posters of different historical figures. You see I still need to like laminate these, so I printed out like all of them because I'm going to put them in the hallway with my display. And I showed you guys Monday the research that my students were going to do for morning work. First of all, let me tell you, my students were pumped about this. Let me show you the wall. Remember, I like covered the wall, or maybe I didn't even show you guys that the wall was covered, but I had covered the wall with all of the historical figures, and now it is completely wiped off. They were so excited to start researching, so they pulled off all of the historical figures and we started to put those in the hallway. So I have this idea that we're going to put the pennant underneath the person's picture, and people can like come up and read. So they like lift up the person's picture and read more about them. So they'll be able to like go in the hallway, lift it up, and get more information. Let me kind of show you what that looks like if there's no one in the hallway. So that's going well. Things with the kids are going well. Behaviors have been great this week. This might be the best week with children. But as always, the hardest part of teaching is the adults or the grown-ups. So yeah, that's that. That's the Hispanic Heritage Month. We still haven't gotten our door together or like our concepts and ideas ready for the door, but that is at least going well. I also did go home and make these anchor charts for multiplying whole numbers with the partial product. I don't think I recorded myself doing this. And also multiplying whole numbers with the area model. So that's how these turned out. And because of next week we're introducing long division, which is going to be stressful, but I went ahead and made this little cheat sheet for my students as well. I have another super long to-do list for today, just walking into Friday and getting ready for not being here next week. But what I'm going to do before I head out tonight to work at home is go ahead and just finish laminating these posters and cutting them out. Actually, let me go ahead and show you the Book Wrangler's website too if you're interested in that. Alright, so here is the Book Wrangler's website. He is a librarian or media specialist at a school here in Georgia. And so he has a lot of things for a lot of different holidays, but this is what he has for Hispanic Heritage Month. And he made some displays, some little comment cards, and all of these things are free, guys. Like, you don't have to pay for them. You just click the link in his blog and it takes you there. So if you go to his blog post, you'll see that the posters are here, I believe. Yeah, and like you just get all of these different historical figures and you're able to print them out. I need to go home and print some more because I don't think I have enough for each one of my squares. And they're just people from all different like aspects, different fields, different ages, different genders, different sexualities, all of it. It's awesome. So those are the portraits or the posters. And then also what's really cool is he has this like portraits National Hispanic Heritage Month thing where you click it and it's oh, just kidding. That's not it. It is interactive. So if you click on this PDF, you can click on each person's face and it'll show you a video of that figure. So it'll take you to videos of these different figures. So if I wanted to teach my kids about, let's get out of there. Obviously, most people know about Cesar Chavez, but if we wanted to learn more about Celia Cruz, who's going to be our Cuban historical figure, we could watch this video, or we could click on her face and then watch this video, and he makes it so easy for you. And it's so, like, the videos are very quick, usually less than 5 minutes. Like this one's only 3 minutes, and it's just an easy way to squeeze in some Hispanic Heritage Month if your school isn't really allowing time for that, or if you just want to add some more to your day for Hispanic Heritage Month. There's just so many other things on his website. 9/11, lots of great stories to talk about real life things and integrate those sorts of things in the classroom. Summer Olympics, yeah, just awesome. So great blog to follow if you don't already. And he's on Instagram. Another thing that I have added to my classroom, this is random and not what I said I was going to do before I head out, but I finally have one of these flippable calendars. You can see I still haven't changed the date, so it's not really doing its job. But it's so cute because it matches my spotted pattern like everything else, and it is very easy to use if I just remember to do it each day. What is tomorrow's date? Tomorrow's going to be the 24th, so I just flip it over, doing an awful job with the camera, and yeah, and I just need to change that to Friday. But I think it's really cute and a great addition to our calendar area. I've also added sticker rewards. My students are really loving these in the classroom, especially one that's like their favorite. Somebody's going to get it soon, I'm sure. Look at all those chickens. So cute. But I got these on Amazon, so I can link these in my storefront if you're interested. And then I just made like a little label on computer paper like that. But I think that's about it update-wise. I think the most unfortunate part about being a teacher is that we can't truly express what we're going through or what we're feeling without some sort of repercussions usually. So just understand that teaching is hard, but we got this. I don't know. I don't even want to make excuses for like being treated poorly because that's not a good thing. But you know what? This is seasonal and that's what matters most. So I'm finally going to go ahead and laminate those things and head out of here. and happy Saturday. Today is Saturday, September 25th, and I am in my classroom on a Saturday. I will not be here very long at all. Yesterday was another whirlwind of a day. They all are at this point, but I think I told you guys I'm taking some days for myself because last week was this week was just probably the hardest week of my career. And in order to keep going, I have to take care of myself first. So I'm here to finalize subplans, just make sure everything's ready for my student teacher. And then I'm going to probably film some content or take pictures of some content, and then I'm going to skedaddle up out of here. So the first thing I want to do really quick is just go over like all of the independent tasks that I want my students to do throughout the week, and then my student teacher is doing the primary teaching, so I don't really have to worry about lesson plans, but just making sure that everything is clear for that. That's what I want to go ahead and take care of right now. So if you would like to see a peek inside of what sub plans look like for me, I do a lot of digital planning or digital activities when I'm going to be out. Because she is student teaching, she'll be able to still provide the students with a mini lesson and things like that. But if I were not here, everything would be digital. So once they've had their mini lesson, when they start to do their independent work and she's pulling small groups, whoa, what's happening? Every time I click on it, it goes away. Why did that just happen? All right, don't know what's happening with my Google Classroom. Okay, don't know why that happened, but so the first thing I have is just a division definition sort. So this looks like a ton of activities, but as you can see, some of them are scheduled for other days that are not Monday, like some are scheduled for Tuesday and Wednesday. So I just have everything there because all I'm going to do on those days that I'm off is just change the date of this section and have the kids complete what's there. So hopefully throughout the week they're knocking things off, so all that will be left are these things that are scheduled to be added later. But there's a definition sort for division. I've just realized my students' math vocabulary could grow a little bit more, so just making sure they know the different parts when we're dividing, like a dividend or the divisor, quotient, those different things. So it's just a quick nearpod matching, and the students are able to just match those terms really quickly, so that shouldn't take too long. Then after that, the students are going to do a division with the remainders. Google Classroom assignment. So I got this from Teachers Pay Teachers. I believe her name is Game for Gains. I love all of her products. They are so awesome because they often allow the students to manipulate the different concepts. So here the students can grab the smiley faces and drag them where they belong so that they can actually see what the remainder is. So my students will be doing that. And then I created these multiplication and division pixel art forms. You guys know that I think you guys know at least, that these are available in my TPT store. So I have them for a lot of 4th and 5th grade standards. So basically, students answer these correctly and a part of the picture reveals. And if they answer it incorrectly, then the box will turn red and say that they didn't, and it won't reveal a part of the picture. So if I were to answer that first question, so here in this first box, if I type 9,996, it should turn green, and you see it reveals a part of a picture. So this is actually a math riddle. So once the students solve all of them correctly, it will create a riddle, and then the students will answer the riddle down here in this little box. So like I said, these are available in my TPT store if you are interested for this standard, but also a lot of other 4th and 5th grade standards. So that's something that they would do just for fun once they finish up the sorts or the like actual work. And this is something that will probably last them throughout the week because that's just going to be like a finish up thing once everything else is done. Then the next day they're going to be practicing interpreting remainders, which is another Google Slides assignment where they're clicking and dragging so that they understand what's going on. And then a division problem sort on Nearpod. This time they're actually having to solve the problems. And then Friday is Wednesday is just going to be a mixed review of all the place value things that we've done so far this school year. Okay, so I prepared some little word problems for my student teacher to use when she's pulling small groups. So we just wrapped up multiplicative comparison. So this will be like a review, like pulling students that might need a little bit of extra practice for this. And then this week we're starting division. So here are some word problems that can be used for small group instruction / allowing them to practice. And then I also have this addition and subtraction board that has some different addition and subtraction word problems on it. It's from, I think it's K5 Math, their math centers. So this is going to definitely be a reteaching group, like something we do in the morning when we pull our intervention groups, but I don't know if that's just going to be a lot for my intern to take on. So I am going to suggest that maybe have the sub pull this, because adding and subtracting with the standard algorithm is pretty standard no matter the age of the person who's doing the math. Whereas the way we teach division now is we are not teaching long division, and that can be really tricky in multiplicative comparison. So I'd rather the kids learn the strategies that we teach in class with my student teacher, and then anyone can practice the addition and subtraction, whether they are using like the standard algorithm like we learned growing up, or the strategies that we also teach in the classroom nowadays. So I think I have all of my teaching related things done now. I think everything should go okay. I try to make everything as seamless as possible. So we'll see. But all I need to do now is I brought some things in because of course it's me. So I need to go ahead and put some of those things away and then also shoot some content for the week. But let me show you. So this is definitely an impulse buy, but I went to CVS to get some pain relievers, and I love using extreme connected dots in my classroom. And I saw this literally while waiting at the checkout. They knew how to sucker a person like me, but it's a Halloween edition of extreme dot to dot. These don't go as high as like 1,000 plus, but 727 is pretty decent. So I'm gonna give these to my kids for our fun Fridays and little things like that. So I don't know, I was just really excited about this. Alright, so something else that I've had in my house forever, like my old house and has now moved into my new house with me, are like just random things I buy at the Target dollar spot. Like, oh, that would be great for a room transformation. So I have these like gigantic glow sticks. These are probably at least 2 years old. I have these gigantic glow sticks. They were $1 each, so hopefully this year for Glow Day I'll actually use it. Oh my gosh. I have these felt checkers. I literally did not even know that was in this bag. That's kind of cool. I could add this to our morning choice when they play games for indoor recess. That's cool. There's also a felt tic-tac-toe. My students love playing tic-tac-toe and trying to beat me. That is really cool. This is like a surprise for me too. Oh, some more of the building blocks. These are like the Legos, the knockoff Legos that we use in our morning choice bins. I have this inflatable basketball game. So this is going to be used for obviously like a basketball room transformation one day. I guess you're actually supposed to like put water in it to weigh it down. I don't know if I'll do that in the classroom. We'll have to figure out maybe another way. But this will be a fun way to incorporate like a learning game or something like that. And I bought that for when we do basketball transformations, because we do for March Madness. And then there's also this football one. Again, I don't know when I bought these. I probably had these for like 2 years, but there's a football one and it comes with like a little football and like this little touchdown thing. Don't, guys, I should know better, but I don't. And again, it's like saying that you should put water in it, but don't know if that's actually going to happen. And just more building blocks. Wow. Like, tell me you're a hoarder or you're a teacher without telling me you're a hoarder and a teacher. I also have this random hula skirt. I guess maybe once upon a time I thought I was going to do a Hawaiian themed transformation, or maybe just like end of grade celebration, and I bought like a lei. So yeah, those random items are no longer in my house, so now these random items are at school. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these away and get ready to get up out of here.